be sparking and rushing, man, like inside the dark. Call me Bill Snatcher, just the brother for the rapture. I hang glide, holding on strong, hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Nextgenerations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that we talk about here on the channel is gonna be spoiler heavy. So I thank you for your support. However, if you're still here, I'm assuming you've caught up with Boruto manga all the way to chapter 62, or you do not care about spoilers. So with that being said, let's get right into the actual topic. So diving right in, I want to talk to you guys about this upcoming battle that we have with Boruto and Kawaki against Code, what the significance of this battle is, and why I think that this is a interesting route for Masashi Kishimoto as a writer to take the story. Now, there are a few things we have to kind of keep in mind here. So just from a pure power perspective, there's no way in hell that Boruto and Kawaki should be able to beat Code. If you just look at it from, is this character stronger than this character? Yes. However, in the Naruto franchise, one of the things that we do have to keep in mind is that circumstances matter, especially in a situation like this, and also titles of who's stronger than who. Those don't necessarily matter unless it's a giant gap in power, like what you saw with Isshiki when he was fighting against Naruto and Sasuke. That giant gap in power, that mattered. It did not matter what kind of strategy they came up with. They were always going to lose until Naruto got to the Baryon mode. And had Boruto not been there, Sasuke would have been killed before Naruto went into Baryon mode. But that's another video for another day. I think a lot of people complain about Sasuke, need a full breakdown for why this is the case. But getting back to it, this Boruto and Kawaki versus Code situation, the circumstances matter right here. So yes, Code is stronger than Boruto and Kawaki. It shouldn't even be close in terms of battle, but Code is going to have to go into this battle highly suppressed. Now, why am I saying highly suppressed? Well, number one, Code is not going to be able to kill Boruto because he needs to do what? He needs to feed Boruto to the Ten Tails. He needs Boruto alive for that. If it was something as simple as you could just kill him and feed him to the Ten Tails after the fact, Isshiki just would have killed Boruto and fed him to the Ten Tails. That's not the case though. The Otsutsuki, by all information that we have that we can look at, has to be alive in order to make a healthy chakra fruit. Because at no point when Amato was talking did he even throw out the possibility that you could just feed somebody to 10 tails after killing them. The Otsutsuki being fed to 10 tails seemingly needs to be alive. So Boruto has to be captured. So Code can't use full power against Boruto. Otherwise, he risks accidentally killing him. The other side of it too is he can't use his full power against Kawaki because the moment he gets too aggressive, Ada is giving all types of backseat commentary, getting all in this dude's grill, and so Code has to capture Kawaki alive. So that's putting a huge restraint on Code in terms of battle. Now this makes it more of a potential even battle with Boruto and Kawaki against Code, because while Kawaki by himself could not defeat Code and Code has not used his karma seal yet, the other thing you have to kind of keep in mind is that Boruto, by going to this location, Boruto is seemingly going to have backup coming because Naruto or Sasuke or some of the other ninja are going to be in close pursuit once they realize that Boruto's left the village. And that's going all according to Boruto's plan. But also on the other side of that, Boruto also has his karma seal. Boruto's body is 80% Otsutsuki and Boruto has a full karma seal. So in theory, that black karma seal that Boruto has should give him more power than Code's white karma seal. We just know that Code has the power of karma, but not necessarily the conversion over into Otsutsuki DNA. So I think that that small detail should give Boruto enough of a power boost to where just using the karma seal, he's able to keep things interesting against the character of Code. And this is where this becomes so key, because Boruto, while he doesn't have the Sharingan like a character like Sarada, Boruto is a very highly perceptive shinobi. And I think that that's going to be something that works in Boruto's favor, especially when you consider the fact that Kawaki said that all the car members have a scientific ninja weapon tech core. The more scientific ninja weapon tech they have inside their body, the bigger the core is. In the case of Boro, because of all that regeneration he did, that core that Boro had was extremely large, but they needed the Sharingan to be able to track it because he could move the core. So you're in a situation where they could potentially kill Code if they can find that scientific ninja weapon tech core, and that opens up the possibility of a character like Sasuke being used after the fact to take advantage of that situation. And if that is the case, if Sasuke does come and Sasuke does back up Boruto, now you're in a situation where my suspicion earlier that Masashi Kishimoto is bored with the character of Code and could potentially just move off of Code and focus on Ada and Damon and potentially Amato as more interesting villains, all of a sudden that's not something too out of the realm of possibility right there, that Code's not going to be that final villain or even a mid-tier villain at this point. I really feel like outside of Amato, Ada, and Damon, nobody else that is seemingly a villain is going to be interesting, and you have enough conflict there with the character of Kawaki to where Kawaki being manipulated by Ada is something that could work. Now, I do worry about this though. If we're in a situation where Boruto is fighting against Code, and even though Code would be highly suppressed, if Boruto's using the Karma Seal and is hanging relatively well with Code, I'm wondering if that's going to be a dual nature right there, to where it serves a dual purpose, where Kawaki sees how well Boruto does against Code using the power of karma, and that pushes him to go to Amato to get his own Karma Seal put back onto his body. Therefore, he will have the power to protect Naruto. That way, he's not having to rely on Boruto's karma. But also, the other thing that this does on this is that it gives you the opportunity to continue paying off what you saw in Boruto chapter 58, where Kawaki was essentially fiending for that Karma Seal and getting more and more upset over the fact that he didn't have the karma. He was having to rely on the ninja tech inside of his body, but his whole fighting style is based on utilizing the Karma Seal, hence why he tried to absorb the energy blast that Boruto sent at him. So I'm kind of wondering at this point if that's going to be the purpose of having Boruto there, obviously to save Kawaki, but also to kind of do the same thing that Naruto did for Sasuke, where when they had the skirmish on the rooftop and Sasuke saw how much more powerful Naruto's Rasengan was, it was one of the factors that pushed him to wanting to go to join Orochimaru. I'm kind of wondering if this is the situation it goes. And the other thing I'm kind of wondering is if having Boruto do relatively well against the character of Code by using that power of the Karma Seal, I'm wondering if this is going to be yet another reason why Code seeks out Amato to try and have Amato remove the limiters on his body, because it's somebody like Boruto who isn't full Otsutsuki, and somebody who just in his base without the Otsutsuki power is not anywhere near him in terms of power. I'm wondering if that's going to push Code to want to get those limiters removed. I think that that's something that has to happen, because right now Code, he said that he's unsure if he can beat Naruto and Sasuke. I think that struggling with Naruto's child, even though he's suppressed, struggling with Naruto's child when he used that Karma Seal is going to be that thing that pushes him. I think that Boruto's going to be used as a catalyst on a few different levels right here. However, I want to know from you guys, what are you guys' thoughts about this? Do you think that Boruto's Karma Seal is the key? And I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that I don't think that Boruto has to tap into that Isshiki power in order to make things interesting. However, I'm curious to know what you guys' thoughts are. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until then. Have an awesome day, guys.